Alright, family and friends, this is Rob the Sapper Gardener representing Essayons Family Garden, and as I promised a few weeks, maybe a month ago, I'm going to be doing a review on some lights that engineering service asked me to review for grow lights, and the company is SGLEDs. And their grow light is a little bit different than ones that we've had before. It is a very portable version of a grow light, and we're going to be trying it a couple of different ways over the next few weeks. So it's smaller, we can see that already. It's pretty heavy duty. So we're going to try something different with this one, because as you can see, it's a light. It's not a light unit, it's a light. So we're going to use this two different ways over the next few weeks. We're going to do it in a standard light fixture in the ceiling, and we're also going to use a portable plug-in unit like we use for our grow lights for our chicks when we get them, so that we can move this around to see how easy it is to set up in different places. But the bottom line is how well it does to grow our plants. So I'm going to go over here in the Sapper cave. It's a pretty big room, and I've actually got it broken off into a living, recreational, work from home section, and then I've got a small section of it cordoned off that I use for storage of boxes and whatnot, and I keep some growing supplies over there. But I've got light fixtures on both sides. I guess I could show you guys that. Oh yeah, it's a mess, but so I've already taken the light out in the back section. So for a few weeks I'm going to grow some lights with this in the light fixture, see how it does, and then for a week or two I'm going to try it with some new seeds, different set of seeds in our main indoor grow area. We do have some grow lights there. I'll just take those off and take them down, and then I'm going to do it on the portable electrical fixture that we use for our hens. I'm going to make sure, because this is a heavy light bulb, I'm going to make sure that it's portable enough to attach to a shelf, to other things, and if it is, then we'll see how it does as far as getting the light to our plants and how our seedlings respond to the light. So let me stick it in that light fixture, and then I'll bring you guys back and let you take a look at it. Alright, so we're going to mix up 2 full trays of some veggies that are going to be late summer, early fall sown crops. And we're going to test out this SGLED grow light. So 1 tray fill, let me fill the other one, let me drop some seeds, and I'll show you the setup. So I've got 2 trays set up over here, and we've got our grow light set up in our ceiling panel. Sorry for blinding everybody. And we're going to drop some seeds in here. We're not using a heat mat in this area. So I'm not doing peppers, I'm not doing tomatoes. I'm going to do crops that normally I would do that I wouldn't use a heat mat for. And we're going to see how they do, and I'm making sure that there's nothing covered because they are on a storage shelf. So I took everything out that might block the light from them. I'll probably move the rest of this stuff out of the way too, but we'll give them a couple of weeks here, see how they do, and once I get the seeds started, I will move them over, or I'll bring the light down, attach it to this, just to see how easy it is to move this around. And we'll come back in a few weeks, we'll do an update, and once we get everything together, we'll give you guys our honest opinion on how the SGLED grow lights do for our seed situation. So, day one is set. Bring you guys back in a week, 2 weeks, see how things are in 3 weeks, and then we'll go from there. It's pretty bright. It's a little different from the other LED grow lights we have, but it's definitely bright. So I'm on the seller's website now. Just a few details about the SGLED grow light. It's 36 watt LED grow light bulb, and I guess I should refer to it as a light bulb, not just as a grow light, because it is a standalone bulb. 4200K full spectrum plant lights for indoor plants, garden house plants, vegetables, flowers, greenhouse, and hydroponic growing. It is non-dimmable, so I will put a link down below, and if I give this a positive review, I will also put down a coupon code from the seller if anybody else is interested in it. I'd actually already recommended it to another content creator who had an issue with a small space in his grow area that was not getting good light, and I told him this might be something good that could go in there, because with the cord, the casing that we use for the grow lights for our chicks, that is extremely portable. They also make other types of light cords that you can use, but that's just something that we have on hand. So it would definitely be very portable if you have a spot in your grow room that's hard to get to, if you're in a greenhouse and you need to move the light around frequently. Perfect for something like that. But for us, our grow station is pretty stationary, but if we have spillover and we need light in other places, that light is very bright, and I'm pretty confident we're going to get things that need the light to grow well. But we always love to give full disclosure. If it works for us, we'll let you know. If we don't think it works for us, you probably won't see this video, because we don't want to endorse a product that we don't think is quality. So we'll be back. Alright, so we moved the light over to our primary indoor grow station, and I have to say we're pretty happy with it. It is modular. I decided against keeping it over there because I wanted to compare it to what we're doing at our regular station. So I've had it over here for a little over a week, I want to say. So I'm going to turn you guys around and let you see how it's doing, and then I'll come back real quick. I'll give you my impressions of it. And I do have a code from the manufacturer if anybody else is interested in it. A lot of pros, not much in the way of cons, but I'll give you my impression after I show you what we have going. So let me spin you around. And we have it here with the seed trays that we planted. Some just did not come up, and I think that's a problem with the seed more so than the light. We planted some tongue of fire beans, and they just never did anything. And our arugula never, well, I do see some arugula back there. But overall, things are doing good. It's also providing light to some of the other plants we had here already. But I'm going to call it a success. So, yeah, it's doing the job it was meant to be, and it's extremely portable. I did just hang it to the bar we have our other grow light on before, and we do have a ratchet, so if I needed to lower it up and down, I could have put it on the ratchet to do that, but I didn't for the purpose of this review. So let me sit down real quick, and then I'll give you guys my impression of it and let you know if I would buy it and use it and what I would use it for. Alright, so this is our review of the SGLEDs grow light by Sansa, and I think it's a good light. It is a standalone, that's why I always have to remember to say it is a grow light bulb. It's not a grow light system. So you get the bulb. If you don't have a cord for it, you do have to buy a cord. You do have to figure out how to mount it. If you're putting it in the ceiling like we initially had it, that's not a problem, but then it's stationary, so your light source, just like a ceiling light bulb, you know, it's omnidirectional. It covers the whole area, and it did do fine back there. If you're going to use it for growing your plants and you want to get the light a lot closer, you have to buy something separate. That's the only con I really can say about it, because you know, we already had a cord system that we could hook up to lower it, raise it. You know, you can buy a separate one. I'll try to remember to put an example of one up here or over here so that you can see what I'm talking about. The one that we have is the base that we use for heating our chicks when we get them, so it's already got a handle on it, so that worked for us. It was just convenient that we already had that. If you're using it with any other one, you have to make sure that you have some way to secure it, to safely secure it, to raise it and lower it. But the light does put off a little bit of heat, which is good for the plants. We have peppers over there now that are, you know, really taking off, but those were starts that we transferred over into that area for, you know, some beans that didn't do well. And again, I don't think it had anything to do with the light, because the other plants all are doing great. I think we just got some bad seeds. But overall, it's portable. It's a very powerful light source. It's on behind the camera now, and it's doing as good as a studio light. I don't think I've ever looked this clear on a video, which may or may not be good for some people, but yeah, I like it. We're going to keep it. We're going to figure out ways to use it. Would I recommend it to other growers? I would recommend it, with the caveat that you have to make sure that you have ways to secure it, unless you've just got a room. You know, I know a friend of ours, Josh at the City-Stead, he had a small room, which made me think of that light. If you've got a small area that you can't get you know, other lights to, and you want to hook a grow light up, this would be perfect for that. Our grow area is actually pretty small. It's not a greenhouse, but if you had a small greenhouse or a large greenhouse and you had a light system set up in there, these would be perfect in there. It's just a nice, small, convenient light. Yeah, Not much else I could say about it that would be a negative, other than you do need to get the base, which shouldn't be a problem. If you can afford to get the light, I'm sure you can afford to get a $5–10 cord to go along with it, or to set up some other way to secure it above your starts and your seeds. So yep, I'll put the details below. I'm sure it will work out great for many people in their growing situations. If they want to get it, the company did provide a discount, so I will put that below. Anybody who's interested in it, check them out, do your research, and use them to grow. If you do get them, they'll do fine. Take care. This is Rob, representing Essayons Family Garden. As always, God bless our great country, America. You, wherever you reside around the world, your garden, your harvest, your kitchen, your meals, and especially your family, to have health, success, and prosperity, especially in these troubled times. Sapper out.